be sure. I was thinking this was the way to go, and you put up your puppet show. I say cheers to life. No, won't be no good man's wife. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. No, you better go home. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. So I woke up, sun in my eyes, forgot all about what I did last night. What I do remember that it was real, real nice. Talks about me are never good. I don't live like the way that I should. Oh well, I'm in for some fun tonight. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. No, you better go home. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Hey now, it's you and I. We could be the next Bonnie and Clyde. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Oh, it's our time to rise up. Live the life we're proud of. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in to another late night hangout here on the channel. Appreciate your understanding tonight. A little bit late because basketball game I was doing kind of went to double overtime. I thought it was going to go to triple overtime. Didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to have to let somebody else come in here and take over. That would have been something, huh? So welcome in, everybody. Let me go say hello to the chat and, just do our thing. Let's go. Stacy Rogers, hello. That's as far as I can go back. Debbie Bernfeld, hello. Janice Disney, Mike Beachman. Welcome in, Nicole. Happy Hunt. Good to see you. Hello, ma'am. Let's see. Let me drop down here. Vicky Gillespie is in house. Hello. Good to see you. Mike Beachman, as I said. Stacy Rogers. Jason Thibodeau, hello. Rockin' Robin, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. Kelly the Mickey Bunch. Awesome. Hello, Kelly Mickey Bunch. JC, Jonathan Chong is in the house. Fans of Green Bay Packers. Disney Dynamics back in the house with us. Alyssa Neal. Mar in Memphis. He says, here we go. Good to see you. Dropping down. As we come through. Mandy Adams, hello. Phil Collins, hello. I really loved your music. Welcome in. Nathan, hello. Welcome in. Everybody's doing a no pants emoji. Yep, we got a couple of those no pants emojis. Lawrence Wilson, hello. Is anyone else having audio blurbs? Is there audio problems? Doesn't look to be on my end. Let me know. Let's see. Make sure we're going down here. Drop down. Michael Johnson. It's skipping on me now. Gloria, hello. Michael Johnson, hello. Boy, it's skipping. AJC Amy. Hey, Amy. Welcome in. Score Jason. Hey, what's up, Score Jason? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Samuel Wilkinson, welcome in. Don't do what you did on Dave's channel, my channel. I'll wipe you, queen, to the mat. Let's make that clean. What you did over in Dave's channel was not smart. I was watching. I see everything. I'm just making it clear. Welcome in. I think I got everybody. If I didn't and I missed you, let me know. Say hello. Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. I missed that. Oh, God. I missed that. Oh, boy. Okay. That's good. I'm laughing. Pete, it was my phone. I signed up, came back, no trouble. Awesome. Nathan says, excellent Bulls game. It was a good Bulls game. I wish Cleveland would have held on, did a little bit better. I'm becoming a little bit of a closet Cavaliers fan. So it's good. Monorail Molly is in the house. Good to see you, Molly. We do have a new emoji. Somebody found it already. Debbie Bernfeld found the new emoji already. Wendy's Jam Jams. Wendy's Jam Jams is the new emoji. If you know it, you know. Tomorrowland Traveler. Danny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome in, friends. 45 good people in here. Wendy's Jam Jams are in there. Stacy Rogers is hitting up Angela's emoji for dad builds. I love it. Disneyland fan. Hello, Steve. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wendy's Jam Jams are in. There's a new emoji. That is official. Somebody should call Wendy and tell her. So I don't know what we're going to do tonight. We'll see. I'm going to open up the phone lines for people to call in. If somebody wants to come on live with me, just send me a note. Maybe we can bring you on live. Maybe we can do that. I did make an offer last night, but didn't hear anything back from that person. So it is what it is. I move on. Space Mountain Dave, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. It's Wednesday night. It's Dis and That had a great show. Joy had a great show today. They did some great stuff. So I'm just here doing my thing. Debbie Bernfeld hitting up the moonshine emojis. Soldiers going into the chat. Look out. Look out. We got soldiers going in. Are we going to build an army tonight? How long does this vlog go tonight? Phil Collins, I never know. Sometimes a couple hours. It all depends on how well it's going and how many people are happy. Hopefully you'll be happy and hit that subscribe yourself. Hello, Debbie Thunert. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. A lot of good people in the chat. A lot of amazing, amazing people in this chat. And very happy that every last one of you has come in and joined us here. T. Marie's Place in the chat. Tons of streams from opening day of Flower and Garden. Yeah, there are. And I can tell you, everybody, Friday night, 9 o'clock, I have got a ton of coverage of Flower and Garden for us to go through. So if you're missing anything, make sure you're here Friday night at 9 o'clock. I have got a power Flower and Garden show coming with the teammates Friday at 9 o'clock. That's going to be good. Nicole is here. Happy so much. She's keeping an eye on everybody, making sure nobody's doing anything crazy. KK is in the chat. Welcome in. Good to see you guys hanging out with us here. Listen, Neil, we went today. It's beautiful. It is. It's a good one. It is a good one. It is a good festival. I went there last year. I enjoyed myself. Not going this year. My next one will be, well, I can't say that yet. I'm waiting on Kale and Amber. Supposed to go with them, but they just keep goofing around. So my next one may be the holiday one. Movie Mania Nick is in the green room, Mar. Yes. I see him right back there right now sitting there. So, you know, I see him right now sitting backstage and hanging out and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Don't make a mess back there, Nick. Don't make a mess back in the green room, because I don't need any. I don't have a cleaning crew to come back in. You know, I don't have a cleaning crew to come back in and fix that up. So I sure don't. You know, do what you got to do. You know, hold on. What craziness is going on back there? Something going on back there. I can't keep up with what he's doing back here. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Nick, what are you doing? Nick, what are you doing back there?
What do you mean what I'm doing? I'm having fun back here.
Stop throwing things around the green room.
Why?
Because I pay good money. I don't have people to clean.
I don't know. Okay, I'll try not to, but you know, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I know you've been back there for a while. I will try to get you in tonight.
All right, I'll be waiting.
All right, don't make any messes.
Oh, there's chips on the floor now.
Yeah, exactly. You're making a mess.
Oh well.
You know, this isn't Space Mountain Dave's show. You can't do that stuff in my green room. Come on. Stay back there. Keep quiet. Good Lord. All right, what else we got? Let me see. Make sure I miss anything. He's back there listening to Small World. He was throwing chips around. This is not his living room. It's my green room. Hey, there is Wendy's Jam Jams. Yes. There's your Jam Jams, Wendy. Just for you. All right, so I'm going to open up the phone lines. If anybody wants to come on live with me tonight, send me a text. If I can work it out, I'll try to bring you on. But why not? Call in. We've had some fun with that. Maybe I'll play some videos tonight. Don't eat the dog cookies. I don't know what there's chips all over the floor. If he gets anything on the upholstery back there, it's an expensive green room. So keep an eye on it. We don't want that. So glad you guys are in here tonight. Some great streams from some friends tonight. Some great streams for people at the parks today. And it's Wednesday night tomorrow. I don't know. I believe Corey will go live. I haven't seen a thumbnail yet. I haven't looked for it. But you can look for probably Corey live tomorrow and maybe others. You know, No dog cookies. Leave them for Gonzo. Those are Gonzo's. He likes those. Leave them for him. Let me see. I'm going to move my chat over here. Let me fix my sound effects. Let's see. Where do we want? Let me get sound effects down where I want them. Here, so I can get, just so I am prepared fully. Let me just test my sound bite.
It's so moist.
Thank you, Corey.
So moist.
Thank you. That's what I needed, Corey. Thank you. So sound bites are good. Got all that ready. We can do some videos. We can do some fun. Call-ins are good tonight. If you want to call in, if you called in this week, you can call in again. Let's have some fun tonight and just have a good time here. Nicole says, Nick, you will have your moment. I swear I'll try to get you in, Nick. I'm having technical difficulties. So I'm going to try to get you in. Gloria Thibodeau, hello. Main Street Nick, hello. Good to see you. Dad Builds, hello. Can't tag, but here while trying to be comfortable and rest. Dad Builds is here, everybody. Listening in, we got to make sure we put on a good show. If we don't, he will not be happy. And you don't want to see him when he's mad. It's kind of like David Banner. Disneyland fan Steve says, I have nothing to say. He has nothing to say tonight. Not dealing with any of you people tonight. Corey is not live tomorrow. He announced it next week. Okay, so Corey's not live. I'm sure you can find all those who are live tomorrow if you have all your alerts set and all that stuff. If you're watching over here, Dad Builds is at home. Yes, Dad Builds is at home. That is true. That is true. So there's not a lot of people still live from all the people that are live right now are Californians out there on the West Coast. So you got me tonight. You got me if you want to hang out. So if not, we could call some people. And, if not, I'll just start calling people. It's early enough, 11, 12. I can start calling people. So everybody's hitting up a lot of emojis. What did you, for everybody, is there anybody who did not get a chance to see the interview that we did last night? If you missed it, you are missing out on some special content. The interview that we did with Joel last night was incredible. He was dropping names and stories about Steven Spielberg, about Bob Gurr, about Tony Baxter, and that's just to name a few. His insight, his stories were fantastic. Jen and I had an incredible interview with him. It's going to open up doors for us in this community that you guys wouldn't believe. If you missed it, you need to go back and check it out. Take the time to watch it. I guarantee you, if you watch that interview, you'll text Jen or you'll text me and say, wow, that was incredible. You got to do it. Hey, Gonzo, what's up? Welcome in, Gonzo. Good to see you, buddy. If you did see that interview last night, if you liked it, give me thumbs up in the chat. If you saw the interview either on the replay or live, hit me up with thumbs in the chat right now. Let me know what you thought. What's up, Izzo's Place? What's up, good friend? Good to see you. James Ruford. Hello, James. Good to see you. Let's go. Dynamics hitting us up with those thumbs up. Jonathan Chong hitting the thumbs up. Debbie hitting the thumbs up. If you saw the interview last night and you liked it, give it to me. Fan says he liked it. Green Bay like it. Mickey Bunch giving hearts. Everybody saying hi to Gonzo. Jan S. says was a great interview. Marn Memphis liking it. I'm telling you, if you missed it, you need to go back. They don't come like that, few and far between. Stacy says, ladies, if you didn't see the interview last night, he's good looking. And asking Monorail Molly if he's good looking. Mike Beachman with thumbs up. AGC Amy, thumbs up. Dave, thumbs up. Stacy, thumbs up. I'm behind on my viewing. I'll be watching soon. Izzo. Dude, I'm telling you, it was a phenomenal interview. Main Street Nick and Movie Mania Nick both giving us thumbs up. KK giving us thumbs up. Pete, where's your studio? In Maryland. Molly says, I'll give the stamp of approval to Stacy Rogers. Good deal, good deal. Who's going to call in first tonight? Who's going to be the first one on our live line so we can go outside and pull it in? Mickey Bunch says he was so handsome. I was watching it like, is this man single? Mickey Bunch saying it. Yes, Amber. Hello. No, I don't. I think I'm okay. You going to bed?
Yeah, I'll wipe the bathroom down in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yes, we have a. Well, first I'll say hello, Amber.
What is he coming for?
I don't know. I'll let Amber make the announcement. Get in. You got to get the screen. There's Amber, everybody. So, up, Sally. You want to say hi?
Come.
Up. Come on. Oh, I'll put my leg down. Son of a gun. Stop whining. Come on. Up.
Come here.
Come on.
Up here.
Come on.
Say hi.
I put my leg down.
Come on.
Come on. Thank you. Say hi. There he is. Thank you. All right. There's Sully saying hi. So Amber can make the announcement. We have a house guest coming for the next few days. I need a good soundbite to play when she says this. Hold on. Let me find a good soundbite. Let's see. I need a good soundbite. Nope, I don't like that one. Nope, I don't like that one. I want to go with a Muppet soundbite. All right, I'll go with. Oh God, I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. We'll go with this one. Okay, Amber, make the announcement of who will be joining us in this house for the next couple of days.
Baker.
Who?
The Disney Baker.
You know, I don't think this show is suitable for children.
I don't think this show is suitable for anybody.
All right, Baker will be joining us here in the house. So, all right, you heading to bed? Wait, yeah, okay, all right. I'll see you in the morning. We got to get to the post office too. I got some things I got to get out. We'll figure that out. So the Baker will be here in the house for the next 2 days. I deserve some type of something from the government. So let me see what I miss here. There's only one soundbite in this situation. I didn't have that one. I know the one you were thinking about. Yeah, Dad Bill says, lucky you. I didn't have that one, Jen. I was looking for it, but I couldn't get to it. So I had to go with the next best thing. I let the Muppets take care of it. I figured the Muppets would jump in, and the Muppets would say something like, hey, you hear the Baker's coming, Muppets?
Well, that was different. Yep, lousy, but different.
There we go. Hide your Jim Shores. Hide everything. So everybody's saying hello. So anybody want to call in or do anything? We're just hanging out, just having some fun. I didn't go and book people because I figured if anybody wanted to come on the show with me, they would know well enough by now after 2 years of me doing it this way that all they got to do is send me a text, and if we can work it out, we'll work it out. And but I just leave it like that. So ask him to make you some frosting while he's there. No, I don't need it. Good Lord. 5 gallons of frosting. That'll go crazy on that one. So it is what it is. It's, it's the Baker, and, he does what it is. It'll be a lot of me going,
I don't even know what's going on.
yeah, that'll be a lot of me doing that tomorrow, as he comes in. So we'll see. We will see. It is what it is. He doesn't have feelings for me like, I know Carlos is leaving for Disney tomorrow. Baker doesn't have feelings for me like Carlos does for Jeff.
I wouldn't have got to hug Carlos under the Japan thing. And,
Yes.
he touched my leg on the Skyliner. And,
I got to hold your leg too.
yeah.
Right.
I don't have that type of relationship with him, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? You just, do what you got going and handle the best you can. So Joel Payne Dialogues, Mike Beachman just dropped it in there. It was a good time. It'll be a good time, I'm sure. Yeah, Wendy, you never know what's going to happen. Everybody's talking with Dad Builds and that right now. So Dave, Space Mountain Dave is saying goodnight to everybody. Good night, Dave. Dave, just in case you didn't know,
Steve loves heavy cream with his McRib.
just wanted you to know that, Dave, on the way out, to take that with you so you were, fully in the know on everything as we do things. So what all you guys want to talk about? What topics we want to talk about tonight? We've got Wendy's Jam Jams as a new emoji for you guys tonight. We got phone lives open. We can have some fun in here and do whatever. Everybody's talking with Chris and saying good night to Dave, which is nice of you guys to do. Anybody new in here for the first time, just let me know. Just being here without having to tag is joyful. There you go. Samuel Wilkinson says, I'm where my studio at and Holden, Louisiana. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Wendy's in her Jam Jams right now. Everybody should hit up the Jam Jam emoji for Wendy B. It is actually titled Wendy's Jam Jams. or I think Wendy's Jam, because it wouldn't let me do jams. It was too many letters. Too many letters for that many jams. But nonetheless, Wendy has her own emoji in our thing now. So welcome to that party, right? Welcome to that party. What else we got? Maybe I should start calling people. Maybe that's what I should do. Who should I start calling? Just start dialing. Why not? It's always fun to just start dialing. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Who do I want? It's 11 o'clock, so I got to look. Can't go too crazy here. Dun, dun, dun. Go through the list here. Everybody's hitting up all the emojis. Steve doesn't want me to call him. I can't call Tanya because she goes live early in the morning. If it was earlier in the night, I would call Tanya. I wonder if Jennifer Caruso have a signal yet? I wonder if they have a signal yet. They probably don't even have a signal yet. I think they're without a signal. It's a free, fun place to be. Nathan's been a member for 1 month. Hi, Pete. Love your channel. Oh, hold on. I do have a guest joining. How about this? All right. Oh, hold on. She needs to be in guest number 1. And I need to drop down to double digits here. I got to remove your emoji because we put it up there. Hello, Monorail Molly. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How you feeling?
Better.
Better?
Still not wonderful, but I wanted to come on and, there's been a lot of love these past few days, and I just wanted to come on and say thank you, not only for how I've been feeling, but also for the great support of the interview from yesterday. So I just wanted to take a moment and pop on real quick. I got a cough drop in. So yeah, I mean, it's overwhelming, all the love I've had, and thank you so much. I can never thank you enough. I am better. I'm still struggling with a cough. I'm going to see a specialist. It could be a while, but yeah, just want to let everyone know how I was doing, and thank you all for all of your love and support.
Oh, I love to hear that. Hold on. God. All right, Mike, for the love of... I was ready this time. Hold on. I got to turn the speaker back up. There. For those of you who don't know, Molly on the other channel, when we're doing the sports, or a little bit on here too when we're doing some sports, has her own music because of... Greg gave you that, right?
Greg
gave you that. Said that every time Molly comes in, something's about to happen, so he's called it Molly 316, like our good friend Steve Austin. So there you go. Wendy getting you some love. Everybody saying hi to you over there. That interview was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't know that I'd make it through it, but and I figured, it's only an hour interview, no problem. And then it went 2 hours.
It went 2 hours, much longer than we wanted. But he wanted to keep going. He was watching the chat and he was noticing how many people were in, and that more people came in to see the interview. And he said, "I'll stay." And I think the ghost host was probably one of the top of the parts.
Oh, that gave me chills. That gave me chills because actually, I don't know if anybody noticed, but as he was doing that, I sat there and I closed my eyes because I put myself into the Haunted Mansion, just listening to his voice, and it just gave me chills.
Oops, I moved the whole studio. He was, if you're wondering what we're talking about, you got to go back and watch the interview. He did. Hey, Carlin Kiko, I almost called you a second ago, right before Jen came in. You got lucky. Jen saved you. If anybody else has my link and wants to come in, send me a note. We're doing this chatting for a little bit. Hey, hanging with Mark's mom. Good to see you. She says, "Hi, my dear Molly. I heard you were sick. Good to see you're doing better. You look good." Very nice comment there. He did that voice. He was actually hired to do that voice, and for some really key influential people with Disney. And last night, I was shocked. I just asked him for a little sample during the interview, and he did it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was it. And then we got ready to switch topics, and he's like, wait, let me do the whole thing. And it was...
That was a surprise. That was a surprise. And you know, I know we had talked about that before the interview, that we weren't sure if he was allowed to do it or if he would be able to do it. Mm-hmm. So that was a real treat that he did that for us. So I hope everybody enjoyed that.
He did it for us, Molly and I, but for all of you too, because he was really enjoying the fact that people were in there. They were interactive. David T, welcome in. Chris, Curtis family, welcome in. And of course, Carl and Kiko. He sat with Jen and I and talked with us backstage for another 15, 20 minutes probably after the show. And very grateful that the interview went. He actually said it was one of the best interviews in his top 2, I think is what he said. He said there was
top 2 interviews that he's done.
Top 2 interviews. And this guy's been interviewed hundreds of times. So for him to say that about what we did was good. And I'm not going to keep you too long because I know it's late and I know you just wanted to pop in, but we do have something good coming next Tuesday, do we not?
Next Tuesday is the Dapper Danielle.
Dapper Danielle.
So I would say if you guys are not familiar with Dapper Danielle, check her out ahead of time. She is great. I can't even tell you how much I love watching her reels. She's on Instagram primarily.
And TikTok.
She have TikTok? Yeah, I'm not on TikTok, so I wouldn't know.
I know you're not a TikTokian. I'm trying to get you to switch, but it's
I'm not a ticker or a talker.
I'd have better luck wrestling a grizzly bear than getting you to become a TikTokian. So
yeah, I think it's a hard pass for me, but yeah, check out Dapper Danielle on Instagram or TikTok. She does have a YouTube channel, but she thrives primarily on Instagram.
Correct. She's working on building the YouTube. She's up to 5,000, which is good. I think she's got close to 250,000 on TikTok followers. Wow. Yeah. So
I wouldn't know. I'm not on TikTok.
I'm just cluing you in on this TikTokian world. So, and then she's
very entertaining and she's very knowledgeable.
She's incredibly knowledgeable.
And she's another one of those, just like Joel, where they branch off into different areas. So she has a podcast. She has a YouTube channel. She's a social media influencer. She's an artist. So she does so many different things, just like Joel. Joel's not just an artist. Yeah. Joel is a voiceover actor. Joel is an actor. He's an artist. He's an influencer. He's a producer. I mean, so many different things. You get so many different perspectives and different stories when you have so many layers to the person.
I liked when we were backstage and I told him Stacey Rogers thinks he's hot. And he was like, well, thank you for that compliment.
Yeah, he was... Don't tell Stacey that.
I'm not supposed to tell Stacey that?
I wanted to surprise her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were...
Although, I don't know. Now, I mean, Kelly Mickey Bunch, she's interested, so they might have to battle it out.
Okay. Spaceship Ears, welcome in. Yeah, they might have to battle it out. So it was, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And you'll see him, I think, within our community, or at least within my channel more often. He sent us some, for Jen and I, he sent us some contacts for me to reach out to, which are incredible. And he's going to reach out to those people and tell them that they should do our channel. And Kelly says battle ready. Kelly says battle ready. That's great. But yeah, so we got that coming on. And then you guys got Triple C's on Sunday. We had a good one last week with Nick and Claire. And, I was amazed at you being in the chat as sick as you were Sunday. You were literally just almost half out of it, and yet you were still crushing it in the chat. That was a great interview. And then we got the Do Philly crew. Ron and Meredith are coming on Sunday. There's a lot to learn about them now that they're down in Florida.
Yep. That's going to be an exciting interview because there's somebody that we see a lot, but I don't know that we really know a lot about them. We see them a lot on streams, but I can honestly say there's a lot of things I don't know that I'm looking forward to asking.
Yep. I'm looking forward to Mark's mom coming up too. It's out there publicly, so we're not announcing the date yet. You have to wait for the date, but it is coming up, and it is coming up quick. And she will be announcing, we talked about this, we will be announcing her first name. It'll be the first time
Mm-hmm.
ever. So everybody will have a first name to call Mom after the show with respect. It'll be great. So Mar says the Dew Phillies are kicking it now in Florida. They are.
Mm-hmm.
They are. So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm glad you're getting healthy and
Getting there. I'm better than what I was. So as long as I keep going in the right direction, I know this is going to be a long road and a long battle, but as long as I have my cough drops, I'm okay.
Cough drops and a little bit of caffeine and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
I
this
got
friends around you that there you go.
iced tea.
You got your iced tea. I'm almost
inhaler. I got it all.
I'm almost out of lemonade. Could you run to the store for me real quick?
Sure. Right. I'm right on it.
It'll be here in that case in about 8:00 tomorrow morning.
I ain't driving it over. Find yourself a door dasher.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Last time David T tried to DoorDash me something, they delivered it to another house. So that was kind of crazy. So Mark's mom says, "My name, LOL." Yes, so Spaceship Ear says, "Albuterol for the win." Who knows? It's a lot of stuff out there. So
I don't know that it's actually helping, but I'm taking it, so we'll see.
Hey, as long as you're doing what it's doing, and hopefully, we've had a lot of people that have been challenged this year, not just in our community, but just in the world. As I've run into people, it's just it's part of what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, and that is one thing, as people are finding out, that I've been sick for so long. I hear a lot of stories. I know Jill and her husband were battling with the coughs, and so I know that it's out there. It's a struggle.
It is a struggle. Are you here to talk about the beverage, or are you here to just take sodas, or what are you doing? You're taking candy.
Not the Reese's eggs.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what I'm used to. Are you taking a soda too?
No, I got one.
Okay. Well, there's two there if you need them. Are you here to talk to Jen about your drink? Do you know what the drink is going to be yet?
No.
Apparently, there's a possible name for it. I don't know.
Wait, I forget what the name was.
We'd have to go back and look into the chat. Rock and Robin, good to see you. So.
It was like the Insomniac or something.
Well, that was the first one.
Right. The Insomniac.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was something like that. You're right. So, but okay.
I only have chocolate from Halloween in there.
Oh. Well, apparently you found the other chocolate. Don't touch the kisses that are up there, though. These kisses bag is off limits. I want those, okay?
She does.
Yeah, you didn't see it, but don't touch. Don't see it.
You obviously didn't give up candy for Lent.
No, I gave up sodas. I gave up ice cream. And I gave up milkshakes.
Ice cream, right.
And, of course, I got a text or a message from DoorDash today. $5 off Baskin Robbins. I'm like, son of a...
It always does that.
I know. I can't have it right now. I've been good about that. I haven't asked you for any of that, have I? No. See?
It's funny.
Ice cream last night.
Did you go get ice cream last night? Go to bed.
My son gave up soda for Lent.
Yeah. No, I don't.
All soda except Pepsi.
Okay.
But in place of the Pepsi, he gave up cookies.
Oh, okay.
So all cookies and then all sodas except Pepsi.
Nice. He's working out a condition there. I don't think I read in the newspaper he gave up pop, not soda. That's what I read. Mars says, Molly, the doctor changed me to Symbicort instead of albuterol.
I have both.
I think Jen's had a bunch for sure. Stacy Rogers wants you to know that there's a half naked Momoa.
Woohoo! I can't see the chat right now, but yeah, thank you.
Wasn't the drink the half naked Momoa? Oh, was it? Maybe it was.
It could be that. I would drink a half naked Momoa.
Well, that's for you to decide. You and Amber work on that, and I can't wait to see what it is, what you guys decide, and I will do a shot of whatever it is to start out the whole thing. So, boom. And
You're going to be doing a lot to start off the whole thing. You're going to be taking a shot. You're going to be singing.
Yes.
You're going to be doing a lot.
Hey, I just want to get the party going and everybody have a good time. So
it's going to be a great time.
It's going to be an awesome time. I'm excited. We had I should thank. Let me say. Hold on, make sure State's resident. I just don't want to miss anybody. If you're addicted to Coke products, then that's a serious sacrifice. I don't. Well, hopefully nobody's addicted to those beverages. I'm not addicted. I like a good ice cold Pepsi chilled to the perfect chill, but it's not like I have to do it. I've been drinking a crap load of lemonade lately, and now I'm like having a fix for that. So
Crap load of lemonade or crap lemonade?
I got yelled at by Preston because we had the little aseptic packs that you can get or whatever that you can buy 10 to a thing. Juice
The
box,
what
like
box?
juice box. They're called aseptics, I think. Juice
They're
boxes,
called what?
aseptics, something like that. That's what they're called. Don't
Does
start
anyone
with
in the
me.
chat know what he's talking about?
Juice box type things, you know. Well, he had a bunch of lemonade ones, and
Your
I
kids should
found
not be drinking an antiseptic.
not an antiseptic. They're called aseptics. They're juice boxes. It's a technical term. Trust me.
It
I'm
must
like
be a Baltimore thing.
a Baltimore thing. You can't say. How rude. How rude. So anyway, it's a juice box. It's the same thing as a juice box, you know.
Come on, chat, back me up. Have you ever heard of an aseptic to drink? An aseptic that you would let your child drink?
It's I'm telling
Back
you,
me up.
Crystal Light packets and stuff. It's
Okay, Crystal Light. Yeah,
it's all
Crystal
the same
Light.
stuff.
An aseptic?
That's the section.
Peter.
That's the section in the grocery store. That's what the juice box section is called, aseptics.
It must be a Baltimore thing because in my Walmart, it's called juices/flavored water aisle.
Okay. In my military, it's the aseptic section.
Okay, I believe you.
So anyway, Preston got mad because I took all his lemonades. That's the whole story before I started battling.
Let's go back to the lemonade. You said you drink a crap load or crap lemonade?
Both to start. That one that they first brought home was horrible. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So, but this one's not too bad. It's some type of farm or something. So, anyway.
See, Dad Builds is backing me up. Thank you, Chris. That's what I thought.
Next topic.
See, Movie Mania Nick, the only septic he knows is a septic tank.
That's where he belongs. He's sitting in the back room, messing up the back room, throwing chips all over the floor.
See, most people haven't. Oh, Mar knows what you're talking about. An aseptic.
Yeah, because it's the additive sections. It's additive to water flavor to make the section. That's why it's called that way. So, military is different from
I'm
everything.
learning something new.
Well, military is different from all that. You know, soda wasn't called soda. Soda was a liquid enhancer.
What?
Yeah. That's what the section was called within the commissary. It wasn't called a soda section. It was a liquid enhancer. So,
I believe you.
anyway, it's our military. What are we going to do, you know? So
I still like Dad Build's comment.
yeah, well, it is a good comment. It's what they put on my wounds before they left the hospital. It's true. Things have multiple meanings. So, what else was I going to? Something else I was going to ask you about. I can't remember. You're getting a Big Mac tomorrow, apparently. You know,
Lunch.
free Big Mac every time Cleveland scores 100.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have to spend $2, but I can get a coffee, iced coffee, a large iced coffee for $2, and then a free Big Mac. So, iced coffee and Big Mac for $2, I can handle that.
That's not bad. Yeah, for $2. I'm sending somebody the link that I just got requested. Just send the link.
Oh.
Let me do this. Let me send this link.
Look at Stacy Rogers copying and pasting into the chat.
You Googled this.
Stacey, you didn't know that. That's a copy and paste job.
Thank you very much, Stacy. Look, now you know I'm right when Stacy Rogers is backing me up. That only happens, once in a blue moon or if Jesus returns.
I got into like 4 words and I'm like, oh no, she copied and pasted that.
All right, let me send this real quick. Oh, damn it. Caught me off guard. I started looking at Stacy's comment. I hit the wrong button there. Copy. Thank you. All right, let me send this.
Oh, that's a good deal, Jonathan.
So there's
They
that.
get free medium fries in Toronto when the Raptors score 3 threes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm gonna call somebody too. Can't call Kelly Myers because it's way too late for him. You know, Kelly goes to bed at like 8:00 at night.
So does Paul Engel.
Paul Engel goes to bed at 6:30. Let me see if I can get this person on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Well, hello there.
Hey, Red, what's up?
What's up with you?
I don't know. I'm just hanging out. What about you?
I'm enjoying watching this very handsome man and this lovely lady on YouTube.
What channel are you watching? Probably not watching mine if you're handsome. You must still be over on.
Molly doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I figured I'd call. Hey, Nico the Greco, welcome in. I figured I'd call you for a second because this was the perfect tie-in. So,
perfect.
Jen and I were talking the other day about some different stuff, and we were talking about the first time she was on YouTube, and I actually went back and watched, which was her first time, which was on your channel. Did you know that the first time she was ever on YouTube was on your channel?
No, I did not. I feel so honored. I was her first.
Oh God, Kelly, here we go.
She was my first and my second.
First and wow.
And my third, I think,
it
too.
was good enough to come back for some more.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But it's kind of cool for, as we grow this community and the things that we do. It's great to take them. We were talking a lot of history and things the last night. Hold on, let me bring this person in. I'll bring him into guest number 2. Hold on one sec, Kelly.
Of course. Is it Nick?
It's Spaceship Ears.
It's John.
Spaceship Ears coming.
Can you hear me okay?
Nick is still backstage. Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent.
We got Molly here. I got the Mickey Bunch on the phone, just so you know. So hang tight for a second, John.
Cool.
So, Kelly, I was thinking how great it was as we talked. There's so many new people coming in this community and joining us that don't know the stories, and we were telling a lot of them the last 2 days. But I think it's cool when we can reminisce back to when somebody first joined this community, and it's awesome to be able to go back to your stream from Veterans Day in 2021, 22.
That wasn't the first one, though. That was the second one.
That was the second one. So those three right around there are Jen's first couple things. But I just wanted to let you know that and say, hey, thank you for bringing Jen in, because look where she's at now,
Oh, what a blessing it was. I mean, I remember that show so distinctly, and she was incredible, talking about her father and his service and, what it was like growing up. And, it is amazing, now she's a staple, and can't imagine what YouTube was like without her.
Yep. I also want to sequester you for bringing Gonzo into the community. And furthermore, I'd like to tar and feather you for bringing Dole Whip Dad into the community. I'm not wrong.
Two of my favorite people in the whole world.
Yes. I can tell stories about the three of you and things you did, but most of that is not legal to be talked about.
So many things.
So many things. So, I can't wait to meet you in August. It'll be the first time, even all these times, you and I have done shows together and talked on the phone and talked about our passion for being, Catholic and our faith and everything. It'll be the first time to meet you in August, and I can't wait. I know Jen's excited about it, and John's coming too, so it's going to be a good time.
I am thrilled. What a blessing it's going to be, and I just cannot wait. So be ready to be squeezed, because I cannot wait to hug you.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to let you go, and I want you to know also, I can't wait to play the game. How many shots does it take to get, how many shots of tequila for Cynthia, for that song? I'm just kidding. I'm not wrong, am I, Kelly?
Till Candy Mom's dancing on the table. Not very many.
I think I'm going to set the over-under at 2.5.
I said I would dance on a table if Jonathan Twine would show up.
Okay, thank you so much. Love you.
Love you, bye. Kelly Mickey Bunch, everybody. Hello, everybody. If you're meeting for the first time, joining Jen and I here hanging out. This is John. This is Spaceship Ears in the chat. Welcome in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic to actually be on a square here and to have Dad Build's logo. I think that's a huge honor.
If you screw it up, I swear he'll sue you.
I know.
So I just let you know.
I'll never be invited on again if I mess this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for everything you guys have done.
Hold on, I just got text by Tina. She asked me to do this.
Good. What does she have to say?
She asked me to move her logo over top of you.
That's fine. That works.
John, tell everybody a little bit. Is this your first time? This your first time on a camera?
I think so. Okay. I was on a few streams last year, if that counts. But
okay. That would be your first if it was in this.
Yeah.
Unless it was outside.
Anyway, definitely here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Tell everybody a little bit about it.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin?
Real quick, let's look at Disney Dynamics comment because I think it's really funny. It says, Dad looks so different. What kind of surgery did he have?
Well, I had a little bit, the beard, and I lost my hair, and here I am. No,
well,
no one can fill his shoes, so I don't even begin to try. But yeah, since we mentioned him, love you, man. I hope you feel better. I hope he's listening, and we just love the man dearly. I hope he does well.
Good man.
But yeah, happy to be here. I am just so freaking thrilled that you guys are going to be able to talk to my dad in a few weeks. I think it will be fantastic. There are just so many great stories to go through. And what you guys nailed it so perfectly. I can't tell you enough last night with Joel. The amount of stories you were able to eke out of him was just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can begin to meet that bar in a few weeks. But I think you guys are just nailing this with this artist series. Being able to bring out all these people, I think it's the beginning of something great.
We're hoping to bring more down the road is our goal. And he was nice enough to give Jen and I several contacts last night. And Angela says, I hope he's listening to the replay. Angela, he has not been in here all night. We haven't heard from him. He's been sleeping the whole time. I have not been texting with him at all. Just clearing that up. So back me up, Jen.
I can't lie to my girl. I can't do it.
Oh God. So
we'll flip you the $5 later, Pete. How about that?
I got you. But it's cool. So your dad had a lot to do with Spaceship Earth and the start of everything with basically everything Epcot. Everything else.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it because I want to keep all the good stuff for when you guys actually talk to him. But suffice to say, I was very, very lucky growing up in that environment because I got to see everything. Unfortunately, I saw everything at an age where I didn't appreciate it yet. I was very young and I saw all this going on. I've had some tremendous experiences. He was production designer for Top Gun, and I got to watch the volleyball game. Everybody remembers that scene.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I got something for you. Hold on. I gotta go do this real quick. I need to go backstage for a second because I need to do something real quick. So just hang tight. We'll fix this real quick. Are you still backstage?
Yeah, hello.
Are you still backstage?
Yes.
Okay. Listen. Guess what? Ready for this? Watch this, Nick. Okay, John, your grandfather and your dad were art directors on what? What movie?
Do we have time? Which one are you asking about?
Well, they created an iconic scene up top on that building. What movie was that?
There are a few movies like that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Ghostbusters, which is
sorry, Nick. We can't bring you on to talk to you about that, Nick. I'm sorry.
Yes. So many stories. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. I want to preserve the good stuff for the actual interview. But yeah, that was a one film. My grandfather was production designer and my father was art director. So you may ask, okay, what about you? What are you up to? Somehow the art gene skipped me entirely. My DNA is devoid of any art gene. Thankfully, it landed on my daughter who's pursuing her BFA.
Right.
So I'm grateful about that, but
so
many stories to share.
Movie Mania Nick is a Ghostbusters diehard. Like that is his movie. I think he goes out and he dresses in all the costume and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. So if you remember the end of the movie, the famous building in the original movie was called Ghost Central. My grandfather, you'll hear these stories, but he was known for thinking huge, like beyond huge. His brain was not big enough to hold all the concepts that he wanted to. So he ended up, renting the biggest soundstage in LA and building that whole set. The top of the building was entirely 1-to-1 ratio, built in that set. And I wandered onto that set when I was like, I don't know how old I was at the time, 8 or 9 or something. And it was just like, holy cow. It was almost as if, the ancient Egyptians and Romans came back to life and just built this enormous temple on a soundstage. And it was phenomenal.
We're going to talk a lot about that because I do have a segment in the show talking about your grandfather and talking about that. I was blown away watching the interview with Dan Aykroyd and talking about that Ghostbusters would not have existed. Oh God, hold on. What, Nick?
What the heck was that all about?
I'm in the middle of talking about something that you don't need to hear about.
Wait.
What?
Did you hear? Did you just hear that thump?
Did I hear a thump? No. What did you do? What did you break?
I didn't break nothing. I just dropped the whole can of soda all over the floor again backstage.
You're never going to get on the show this way.
I'm gonna try something.
We're not even talking about Ghostbusters and how great it was and the thing. You're missing all of it.
Oh well.
You're not missing a thing. I'm not about to talk about Dan Aykroyd. Just let you know, I'm not going to do it. Clean up your mess back there. Clean up your mess, and maybe I'll go to the 4th spot and bring you in.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm not bringing you in unless you clear up that 4th spot. Okay. Hey, Nick.
Yes.
Goodbye. I hung up on him. I'm not tolerating that mess. So, but no, that interview with Ivan Reitman and Dan was amazing, and we'll talk more about that. So tell us, you come to this community. I had a chance to chat with a couple of people, but what brought you to this community?
Oh, it's an interesting story. So, pandemic hit, as everybody knows, 2020 or so. Stuck at home, working from home like everybody else, looking for some semblance of happiness to grab onto. We couldn't travel, we couldn't go around. Started watching some online streams at Disney, and I realized, oh my gosh, these are the people who I found my people who actually enjoy the parks as much as I do. And some of them got, as you know, some of the streamers go very, very deep into Disney history, Disney lore, that stuff that I'm passionate about. And it was just like an immediate bonding ritual online. So it was fantastic to see some of these streamers. It didn't occur to me until probably a year or so after that there's some common glue, gluing all this community together. And I don't want to inflate your ego at all, but it's really you and these guys who are trying to serve as the connective tissue, so to speak, between all these great streamers. So when I found out about that, I said, okay, I have to go hang out in Pete's room. You guys are the ones actually holding all this together. And I'm enormously grateful. You can't imagine how much happiness and how much joy is being multiplied across the world because of what you guys are doing.
Well, we appreciate you being here and stopping in to say hello to everybody. This is a chance for a lot of people in the community to get to know you for the first time. Anybody in the chat, you have a question for John? Molly?
Sorry.
I know you're just
I'm sorry. I was coughing and rubbing my nose and all the fun stuff.
You're perfectly good. I'm just happy you're sitting here with me for a few minutes. So, what questions? Drop them in the chat. Let's do a ask Spaceship Ears anything.
There you go.
Okay,
I'll tell you one funny story.
Okay.
When I was little.
Okay. Go ahead.
When I was little, my dad actually took me to the parks, and unlike other folks, we didn't rush to the entrance of the attractions. We rushed to the exit, and I'll tell you why. My dad, being the attraction designer that he was, right, he taught me how to calculate the ride capacity. So we would just sit down in front of an exit and just count how many people come out, and we would get out our stopwatch and figure out, okay, do all the math. They do the back of the paperwork. And he would teach me about which attractions were the most efficient in terms of, how many people could be pumped through at any one moment, things like that. So, ever since that moment, I got the bug. I just love the idea of how to expose people to immersive experiences, and nobody does it better than Disney.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. I love it. Jen, you had a question?
I think it's like a standard question that everybody usually likes to know is, how did you find the Disney YouTube community?
Well,
how did you find this group of all of us?
I don't know actually how I originally found it. I think I was just, it was 2020, the pandemic hit. We were all looking for things to do at home. For me, it was a matter of, well, let me go on YouTube and see what's, out there to watch. And I don't remember how I originally found some of these streams. I got attached to some communities, and I started learning about other communities, and like a spider crawling on a web, I started to learn about more and more. Found wonderful people out there, even the folks who stream from other parks. There's a guy who streams from Disneyland Paris. I get to practice my French with him, so as bad as it is. It's just a phenomenal community, and I think more people should be able to be exposed to it.
I love it. Do you want to give up your home state? Somebody asked if you want to give up.
Oh, I'm in Washington State. Some people think I'm in California because of the movie connection, but no. I live up in Seattle. I'm a techie, so even though I didn't get the art gene, I did get the tech gene. My dad made a very bad mistake when I was very little. When I was about 5 years old, he brought home one of those Atari computers, and my eyes were like, and from that point on, I was just enthralled with tech. So
Wendy B wants to know if I can buy one of his dad's concept art pieces that he drew, especially regarding the contemporary.
I don't know. I don't even know where he would be able to find it. If, in fact, what the funny story was, when we were back in Retro Magic in September, I took my dad and my stepmom to Steakhouse 71 in the Contemporary, right? And we came down the escalators down to the entrance of the Steakhouse 71, and my dad almost fell over. He saw 3 of his sketches on the wall there right next to the entrance. And the funniest part is he had actually done some design work for the Contemporary and the Polynesian. You can ask him about this in a few weeks. If any of you remember the original old yellow plastic trees in the Contemporary lobby back in the 70s and 80s, that was all him. So some of these designs are still up there on the wall.
That's pretty cool. Dynamic says, "Hey, how do you, not your dad, how do you feel about upcoming Spaceship Earth changes?"
I haven't heard. Are there details? I'm not privy to where.
Some upgrading and some changes, and
I think it's okay. Walt said that the parks will never be completed. There are always going to be changes. We have to respect that. The thing I'm concerned about is veering too far away from the original design and the original motivation and the original theme of the parks. But yeah, I'm thrilled. I think I mentioned this in chat the other day. I would love to see some kind of an AI ending in Spaceship Earth, because the whole attraction is about communication and how we communicate with each other. I think that would be a phenomenal ending at some point, depending on, if we all survive.
Nice. Wendy says, I always photograph his dad's art pieces, and I do.
Oh, Wendy, you're so kind.
It was till I talked to Spaceship Earth in the chat. There you go.
Yeah, you're so kind. You'll hear more about this too. My grandfather did. He was in charge of the art direction for Hall of Presidents, and there's a wonderful piece that he did of Lincoln. I think you guys are going to talk about it, but that's my personal favorite.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great interview, just as much as our first 2 people that Jen and I had the opportunity to interview were impactful. They without those people involved, things are different with Disney. If you think about it, in the way they do, you look at what the creation of Roger Rabbit. You look at some of this artwork that was celebrated in the 50th anniversary and pushed out there. You look at the concepts of what Joel does with people like Tony Baxter and Bob Gurr and Alice. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So,
definitely.
And your dad's the same way. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm just going to say, before there was a Spaceship Earth, there was an auditorium.
Yeah, that's right.
And it had a big hole in the middle.
Hear all about that.
It had a big hole in the middle, and nobody knew what the hell it was, but it turned into something special. So if you like Epcot in any way, shape, or form, if you like the World Showcase, if you like Spaceship Earth, if you like the concept of everything, trust me, you don't want to miss the interview with John DeCure. And I'll pull it up real quick right here, because there it is, right there.
This is my dad.
There's your dad. John DeCure will be here with us. We're going to do that on March 20th. It's a Wednesday. Jen and I usually do Tuesday interviews, but we are going to do that on a Wednesday, and that I'll talk about that in 1 second there. And then I did want to highlight also. I got to get over to my overlay section here. We talked about this. Dapper Danielle will be here next week on the 5th. Dapper Danielle in the house next week on the 5th. We're doing that. Your dad has a lot going on. He's still actively involved with a lot of projects and things within Disney and outside of Disney, and he has some stuff going on. So he had asked, we had to adjust the date originally, and then you guys asked if we could do it Wednesday, and I asked Jen, and she said absolutely, we'll do what we got to do. So it's a good thing. So
thank you guys. It was actually good timing. I'm not saying, Jen, it's good timing that you got sick. I'm sorry that you're sick, but it was actually good timing for him because he's just starting a class. So we'll make it better. We'll make it work.
It'll be really good. So anybody else, any questions for Spaceship Earth? This is your chance to ask him anything in general, to ask Spaceship Earth anything. Follow-up question. Here comes Dynamics. Come on. You got a new friend in the community here that you can ask anything you want. You know, I am actually shocked that Wendy hasn't asked you what color underwear you're wearing right now. I would have thought she would have asked boxers or briefs.
We'll save that for the second one.
Okay. Follow-up question. Why was the moon's surface never completed on the top floor of Spaceship Earth?
I actually don't know the answer to this. I'll go find out and get back to you. Yeah.
We'll find out. Make sure you bring that question when we get together with his dad. Dynamics. Jen and I are trying to add more questions in from the community as well. So
I will say though that a lot of people don't realize the impact that Ray Bradbury had to that attraction. I don't know if you guys are going to talk about this.
We are,
but yeah, good. Ray is. A lot of people don't realize how much Ray Bradbury's blood, sweat, and tears are in that attraction.
Absolutely.
As much as Walt deserves his statue in Epcot, I firmly believe Ray should have a statue there too.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, you think about people like Ray, you also think about the fact of, what Roy did, I think Roy should have like a visionary statue, like Walt sitting there looking. I think Roy should be one of those ones where he's standing up doing that whole overlook thing or something, and there's others. I don't think Ray wasn't a
The whole history between Walt and Roy is so fascinating. If any of you haven't read Walt Disney's biography, you should, because none of this would be possible if Roy hadn't stepped up and made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
There are people out there who are quote unquote crazy makers. They come out with brilliant ideas, every hour, but none of it means a whiff if you can't bring it to fruition. And Roy brought it to fruition.
Yeah, that's that. Jen, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Okay, making sure you got your cough drops. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Got to keep an eye on her. If something goes wrong, her mom will call me and yell at me. Trust me.
She will.
Yes, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Any other questions in there? Spaceship Earth is a must-do ride. Afro me at Epcot. For me, not Afro. Okay, I was wondering Afro. I was like, Afro me. For me, okay. Will John's dad be put in the hot seat at some point? No, Rock and Robin. You don't bring people in that are iconic in the history and lore of Disney and put them in the hot seat and ask them those type of questions. So no, we're not. Stacy says, if Roy didn't love his brother the way he did, we would not have Disney that we have today. That's true. That's true. Amen. Amen. I sit on that bench with Roy and have a picture, rub the bronze off his hand. Thank God it's his hand, Wendy. And Dynamic says, I think these should be a statue of Eisner as well. I think there's a lot of people within the realm of the Disney thing that people can justify. There should be some type of recognition, somewhere differently. I mean, Disney does their Legends thing, and that's kind of where it's at. I definitely think your dad deserves a lot more recognition than he's gotten for just the reading on him that I've done alone. One of my things, and I'm not going to ask you to comment because we're on a public thing and it's your dad, but I can do it because I'm not involved with Disney, and I can say that, to me, I think Disney is so worried about getting actors today that are just out there that they can make more money on and put them into the Hall of Fame or the Legends experience or iconify them. And we've forgotten some of those lost souls that are out there that were actively involved with doing stuff, and definitely your dad falls into that. That
Oh,
avenue.
that's too kind. You guys are way too kind. Obviously, I'll agree, but there are so many other deserving people too. I was lucky enough to, go on Spaceship Earth back in September with both my dad and Peggy Ferris. Peggy was the
Wow.
producer of Spaceship Earth.
Right.
And to be able to sit behind those two, going through the ride was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it's cool. So, as a kid, you were around a lot of things. Let me ask you this: what is the one thing that comes to you the most, where you think about all the things around your grandfather and your dad and times around and everything? What was it? What is the one thing, one or two, that comes to you and you're like, I'll never forget X? Is there?
There are many. I'm having trouble thinking of one right now. I think the thing that sticks with me the most is their ability to, both of them, their ability to conjure up greater than life visions and be able to bring them to life. It's a lot of people think, oh, idea making is really, really hard, and that's the meat of the project. Yes and no. People can come up with ideas very quickly. The hard part is coming up with reasonable ideas that can be translated to reality, and few people have that.
Very cool. Marcia asked if your dad had a window at Main Street. Unfortunately, I don't believe.
Not my dad, but my grandfather does.
Your grandfather does.
If you look above I think it's called the House of Magic on Main Street in Magic Kingdom, up on the left, there are 4 names up there, and one of them is my grandfather. It's funny because he's named John. My dad's named John. I'm John. It was a nightmare growing up because you hear that name and 3 heads turned. And I get his bills, unfortunately. So suffice to say, I didn't name my kid John. But I can pretend and I can think, okay, it's my dad's name or it's my name someday. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a question. Just for a second, can you just do some name dropping for us of people that you've met through your dad and your grandfather from, your perspective? Who are some people that you have met?
Oh my gosh. There's so many, I don't mean that in a weird way. There are just so many people who I've been honored to be able to meet. We talked about Rolly Crump last night. Rolly worked at my dad's office for a number of years, and I was a little kid running around at the bottom of his desk because I was playing with my toys or something, and I didn't realize, oh my gosh, there's a Disney legend here, the guy who designed Small World and whatnot.
Yeah, he designed Small World.
Yeah. Jim Henson, my dad he was an art director for Muppet Vision 3D, so I got to meet Jim at one point. It was so funny. I was so shy. Jim, in his anything about Jim Henson, he was a voice of Kermit the Frog as well as the others. And it was just amazing to see this icon turn to me. And I heard Kermit's voice coming out of his mouth. I said, so John, are you going to be an art director like your dad? And I'm like, no, I like computers.
Kermit.
Yeah, that struck me so much because you don't associate his, that huge iconic figure with the huge iconic figure of Kermit the Frog, and to see them both come together was really amazing. Funny story about that. I don't think Dad will tell this, but a funny story about that filming. Do you remember in Muppet Vision when Sweetums comes out with a racket, a little ball with attached to the racket? That took all freaking day to film. And I remember because I was sitting off watching on the side. The problem was that was his son, Brian Henson, in the suit, and he couldn't quite get that ball directly at that camera. And obviously, if it hits off to the side, it's not going to have the same effect. It's not going to work. So this poor guy was in this hot suit all day, trying to get this ball aimed right at the 3D lens. And they had to take him out of his suit and, fan him down because it was so hot in there.
Wow.
It's cool.
Cool little stories. The Statler and Waldorf, who are up there, who are two of my favorite Muppets. Obviously, they're
awesome.
They're very cool. If you look at them, does it not look like Steve and Disney Baker together? No, I'm just curious.
Yeah. I know about Steve. I don't know about Disney Baker.
I'm saying Disney Baker. Actually,
Okay.
Disney Baker would be more like Scooter, probably running around being ridiculous. So that's good stuff. Well, I appreciate you uh, coming on with us tonight and hanging out, and
Absolutely.
we always like it. We one of the things, the intentions of the show that Jen kind of helped create, and on Sunday nights with the Triple C's is to doing stuff like we're doing now, just on a more structured and laid out basis, with meeting people and bring it to the community. But it is nice when we can get together from time to time and hang out for a second and just say hello, and especially with new people. You're not new, but you're new to a lot of these people in the chat that have never had a chance to get to know you and everything. So what's been the most I guess pleasant or exciting thing for you that you found through this community, John?
Oh my gosh. I think it's the positivity, the optimism. I think Tina and I were actually talking about this the other day. There are many communities out there, or maybe it was you, Pete. There are many communities out there, and there's a lot of structural, commonness that bonds the communities together. But none of them actually are quite as positive and optimistic and supportive of each other as this one is. I've made friends already. I've made friends for life through some of these channels, and it's really hard to put into words how meaningful that is. And I think you see that in other communities as well.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about it. I know Tina talks a lot about it on her channel with her positivity and everything. And I know you've been supportive of Dad Builds, and Tina and many others coming around, very supportive of me. And I'm grateful for that. And we always appreciate that. So,
I will say one thing though, even though we veer towards positivity and optimism, I think it's important to realize that, we're all human at the end of the day. And that's one of the reasons I love hanging out with you guys at night. If any of you are watching these streams and you just see constant positivity and optimism, and you think these people, oh my gosh, they don't have the problems that I do. I have so many problems at home and so forth. We all have problems. You just are not seeing them. And it's important to keep that in mind, because I think a lot of people could see these streams and get attached to these streams and get a kind of a false artificial view of their lives. So if anything, just realize, we're all going through it. It doesn't matter who you're watching online. I think you guys can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You try to use this as a positive pushing level for sure. And, everybody does stuff different. Dad Bill does his hangout streams, which helps everybody get along. And, Joy tonight did a gaming stream to help people get along. Good night, Debbie Thuner. Everybody say good night to Debbie Thuner. Angela mentioned he's not wrong. No, it's a great point. With Tina and these empowerment streams, I guess is the way that I thought about. She says a lot of positive things and ties in her support of her religious beliefs and her faith, and it's whatever works for you and how it goes. So everybody's saying goodnight to Debbie. That's good. Thank you guys for doing that. We try to do that here. So
Mar had a good comment where she said, we come here to escape and relax. I think that's a pretty common thing. I think a lot of us can say that.
It is a great comment, and I've said it a couple times through interviews and stuff. A lot of people know, most people know that I had something to do with the wrestling business a little bit, somehow or another. I think somebody's going to get their hands on those tapes pretty soon. I think that's, I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed with that. Because if she's going to end up getting to see Jerry Springer, and that's what I'm worried about. But
you were on Jerry Springer?
I'll tell that story in a minute.
Yes. Oh, okay.
But with the wrestling business, one of the greatest comments that was said to me at one point was by Bruno Sammartino, and he said, "When people come here, they walk in the building to forget what's outside the building, and they believe what they see is real, and they accept it as real, even though we're artificial. Mm-hmm. And when they leave the building, they leave happy. They leave ready to go back in and deal with all the crap that's in there outside the building." And I thought about that, and it's a great perception. That's kind of what we are. When you come in here, you can leave your troubles at the door. You can go into this world of believable fantasy, because while we're all out here and doing things, it still is what it is. And then hopefully some of this makes you happy. So I think that's a great analogy there.
Well, Pete, that's exactly what the parks are. You walk into the gates of Magic Kingdom, there's a plate. Here you leave today and you enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy, or whatever it is. In fact, I don't know if you know, but when you go under the berms, you see the posters of the attractions. I don't know if you recall that. That's very intentional. This is just like entering a movie theater and you see the coming attractions and you get wound up for what's coming.
For what's coming, yeah.
Yeah, so you're literally entering a movie when you're entering the parks.
That world of make-believe that Walt talks about is definitely truly for the parks, and I think it's what a lot of us do here. Jennifer Caruso! Hello, Jennifer Caruso. I thought you were on a boat. Are you not on a boat anymore? I thought you were on a boat. I watched Bruno on UHF channel, Quarantino, Y Uno 41. That must have been something a long time ago, Neil. People were talking to Neil. Welcome to the most magical place on earth. Yes. You walk through those gates and you are not only, you're safe, you're entertained. That's true. That is so true. Yeah, I did the quick story of it, because most of them know it, and I hate rehashing it because people don't like hearing the same thing over and over again. But the short of it is, back in the late 90s, if you remember a show called The Jenny Jones Show. You remember that? Mm-hmm. It was on NBC. And Jenny Jones brought a guy onto the show, and the producers promised him that it was not a homosexual relationship romance. Promised him this to get him on. When he came on and they got him on camera on the stage and they popped out the surprise, it was that his best friend was falling in love with him and wanted to be with him, and actually had a ring and flowers and was going to proposed. And the sad part about it is this guy went home, literally drove from the airport to his house, walked into his bedroom, wrote a small note of what his personal things, and took a gun and blew his head off. That's a true story. And his family sued Jenny Jones. In the note, from what I understand, he told whoever, parents or whoever found it, that he had recorded the conversations where they said it wouldn't be this way, and they did this to him on national TV. So Jenny Jones got sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. It took her off the air. It took her off the air with NBC. So NBC came back in and said to all shows, you can no longer do any type of that. If you're doing any type of that stuff, you have to hire actors to replay the stories. So wrestlers were being, if you go back and watch a lot of Jenny Jones, the Iron Sheik was on there, and so many others were on that show as other people doing acting things. My brother got involved with it because of that. And long story short, my brother was down filming the thing here with this storyline, and you have to put up your own money, and then they reimburse you type thing as you do this money stuff. But the way it was back then, and the guy that was supposed to play this one part said, I can't do this. I'm scared. I can't go on. You can't film me. I'm scared. This is at 4 a.m. at a bar, and there wasn't anybody around. And my brother, I was like 28, 29, somewhere in there, 27. My brother looks at me and he's like, "You're the only one here." And I was like, "You want me to go on Jerry Springer and do this?" And he's like, "I'll get screwed. I'll lose everything." And I was like, "What makes you think I can do this?" He's like, "You've been around the wrestling business forever. Just pretend that you're doing a thing." So I went and did it. So the storyline was that I was taking videos of home videos in the bedroom of me and my girl, and I was showing them to everybody at this bar. And she got wind of it, and she was pissed. Okay, my girlfriend was some dancer from Michigan they brought in, and I ended up in the thing, got into a makeup fight with a guy in the bar. It was an old stage fake fight and everything. And then we went out to Springer, and it was unreal. We bring me on stage, and I'm supposed to be upset that she's mad with me and all this stuff. I started a fight with two guys in the crowd, and Steve Wilkos had to stop me. I ran at this guy, and Wilkos grabs me, and he's like, "Don't go over the edge. Don't go over the edge." And I told him, I said, I'm going back down and I'm coming back. Be ready. And I went down and sat down. And as soon as I didn't even care who it was. As soon as anybody stood up, I went running back at him again, trying to fight. And then comes out. She comes out and she dumps me for some other girl. So that was the story. Now, the best thing about the whole story was the guy who's one of my best friends, who Jen's heard his name before, my buddy Todd. His name in real life is Joe Shaw. That's his real name. Okay. When I went on the Springer show, they said, "We don't want you to use your real name. What do you want to use?" I said, "I'll be Joe Shaw." And I didn't even make it back to the plane because 2 other people that were there that knew him texted him, goes, "Oh my God, Pete just used your real name on stage." And I was on the way back to the airport and I picked up the phone and all I heard was, "You son of a." So that's a true story too. I'm gonna let Jen see this. I'm gonna let her see it. I'm not gonna put it out on my channel, but she'll get to see it.
I'll report back.
My mother has the original tapes, right? Because the funny thing is, they had to. My mother actually and Kayla, my daughter, have been on Jerry Springer.
Really?
Did you know that, Jen? Did you know that?
No.
Okay. I don't know if I ever told you. So there was another filming that my brother was doing for a different show. Okay. And it was an argumentative thing within a family, and they had these actors, and they filmed it at my mother's house. It was wintertime, and it was supposed to be a Christmas type scene, right? Well, they wanted to have like other people, family in there, and they didn't have any little kids. And Kayla was there, and my mother's like, "Hey, so let me hold Kayla, and I'll stand in the background of this." So Kayla was actually in a Jerry Springer thing.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah. The whole wrestling ecosystem is fascinating to me. It's storytelling, just like anything else. You pick up a book, you watch a movie. It's storytelling in just a different form.
We had my brother went to hedonism with Jerry Springer. Basically, it's Jerry Springer adult fun, I guess. I never was into that, and I was like, "You go, you take your partner, go have fun. I'll stay here and I'll run the wrestling school and I'll run the wrestling shows in the business." And my brother was terrified because we had Steve Wilkos coming in as our guest. Okay. So I said, "Leave it to me. I'll handle all the promotion, production, everything." And my brother was terrified. He was terrified that I was going to destroy it all. We ended up having one of the biggest shows we ever had. I went out and I figured out how to get involved to press releases to major places and stuff. And I actually had Jay Leno talk about it in his monologue, how Steve Wilkos was coming to Maryland for wrestling and all this stuff. And we ended up having like 1,800, 1,900 people in this building that should have only held like 1,500. And it was one of our best shows. So it's kind of fun. And I got to hit Steve Wilkos with a cookie sheet. So that was kind of fun. Well, I thank you for coming on. It's getting close to the 12:30 mark. And I said I wouldn't go too long, John. I appreciate all you're doing in the community. I've seen you be very supportive, not only to me, but to many people with your generosity, your caring, your support in the channels. And before you go, and I let you go, you have to answer Disney Dynamics one last question.
Yeah.
What are John's top
That's
3 rides, past or present?
Wow. Only 3, huh? Okay, I'm going to go a little bit off the rails here. I personally really love attractions that aim high for big concepts, even if they may, the execution of them may not hit the mark.
Right.
I'll spew a few of them out. There's an old attraction in Disneyland called Adventure Through Inner Space, where you actually went through a microscope and you got shrunk down to the size of a crystal and you got to check out an atom and so forth. It was cheesy. People were pulling styrofoam off the crystals, as the Omni Mover walked by. But it was the concept of it that I love so much. These big concepts. Body Wars is another one that used to be in Wonders of Life at Epcot. Yeah, it made people sick, sure, but the concept of it was fantastic. In terms of modern history, you got to give credit to Rise of the Resistance. I took my dad on that and I asked him what he thought. It's the best attraction ever made. So,
wow.
It's hard to overstate how technically and amazingly immersive that attraction is. So I'll rattle those 3 off. I'm sure I could come up with better ones if I had thought more.
Well, hopefully one of these nights will get you to come back on and hang out a little bit.
You're happy to. Thanks for having me on.
Do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I think I definitely would like to try to get you. Maybe what I will do is this. I'll tell everybody I will do another Insomniacs hangout, but I'll do it shortly after John's dad is interviewed. If you'd come back, and I'll see if I can get Jen.
Sure.
We're doing the interview together, and maybe you could come on and talk about the interview, and maybe highlight some things that we didn't talk about with your dad, and just all that. I think that would be great if you'd like to.
No, I'd love that. And in case anybody has questions they want to ferry, I'm happy to be the messenger. So
okay,
we'll get
there
them
you go. There you go. So, all right, bud. Thank you again.
Cool deal. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate it so much.
Yep.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was unexpected, but just like all of your Insomniac streams, you go in with no plan and it ends up being an awesome show.
I haven't had
every single one of these Insomniac shows has turned out to be unique and just good shows.
Yeah,
good shows.
I thank you for saying that. I hope it does for everybody in this community what we're trying to do here, which is make everybody go. Yeah, Jen needs to get some rest. So it's she's doing better actually, but we don't want her to get sick or any worse. So John says that was fun doing it. So look, here's the thing. Keep in mind, tonight is Wednesday night. Tomorrow is Thursday. I will be back with another Insomniacs tomorrow night. However, sitting next to me tomorrow night in this office, God, I hope I don't kill him. There's a good chance somebody might need to call the police tomorrow. Disney Baker will be sitting right in this office with me tomorrow as we do the Insomniac stream. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll be doing that. You know what we've got coming up. Jeff will be live tomorrow night. We know that. It'll be Diz Our Dream goes on Thursday nights. Who else goes on Thursday nights? I'm thinking. I don't know if Kelly will be going tomorrow night. He may be with Myers and the Mouse. Walt, I know, is going this weekend coming up. I know Diz Our Dream will be this weekend. Myers and Mouse will be this weekend. Resort TV 1 will be this weekend. And so many others we'll try to highlight. Jennifer Caruso has been doing a lot of great stuff from the cruises. Check out a lot. If you didn't miss her cruise stuff, go back and check out Jennifer's cruise stuff, which has been great. So many of our friends from down in Disney. Tomorrowland Traveler was live today. Carney was live today. You can go back and check out their content. Traveler was in here earlier. Some of our West Coast friends will be great. Joy S will be doing the Farmer stream tomorrow. Farmer Wants to Bang Your Wife tomorrow night over on Joy Stream. That's not it. Have I ever gotten the name of that show right?
No.
That show's delivered a lot of good things, though. I just keep getting it wrong. But definitely check out all those friends. Am I missing anybody else we need to highlight real quick on there? Our California
not Movie Mania Nick.
Nick, I'm sorry. I just don't have the room tonight. It's still blocked up. I apologize for not being. I promise we'll get you on at some point, Nick. Once you clean up your mess back there. I'm not bringing him. Can you see how bad it is, Jen? Mess. It's horrendous. Jeff called it Cowboy Wants a Girlfriend. Yeah, Jeff was right. Cowboy Wants a Girlfriend. You know, Jeff also said that Paul and Stephanie were playing hide the salami. So Jeff says things.
He did.
He said that live in front of me. Nick and Claire. Welcome in, Nick and Claire. Welcome in, Nick and Claire.
Morning.
So go check out our friends and everybody that's live this weekend. I'll be back tomorrow night right around the 10:15 time. You're making Jen laugh here. 10:15, 10:30 time. Come back and join us. Biggest honor was carrying Tina's icon. I hope I didn't besmirch it. I don't know. We can ask her in the morning because I think she's sleeping tonight. So there. I guess some ecto cooler back here is going to be Nick. I swear to God.
That's what made me laugh. That's what made me laugh. Ecto cooler.
Yeah. Clean up the mess, Nick, or you're not going to. I'm not letting you come in here until you clean up the mess. I'm waiting for the day
Are you letting him drink the antiseptic?
I didn't say antiseptic.
Oh, right.
I can't win with you. At least Ecto Cooler is green. All right. Jen, a final thought from you for the night. Or is aseptic your final thought?
No. I'm tired. Thank you for putting up with me.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone, for your support. Yes, I'm going to go to sleep now.
That's a good thing. Good night,
I was
everybody.
here way longer than I thought.
Yeah, I got to give you something good on the way out. That's what they say, right? Let's see. What do I want to do? Should I do something comedy or do my clothes, Jen? Which one do you want?
Do something funny.
Do something.
I want to see Kelly.
What would
in a
you
towel.
like to see?
Kelly in a towel.
Kelly in a towel. Okay. It's not the way I have it titled, but I'll go find it. Maybe I should change it to that. All right, I gotta go.
Naked guy in Steve's room. There you go.
Naked guy and Steve. I got it titled. It actually says Steve and Kelly naked. That's what it says. That's how I have it titled. All right, we're taking you on the way out. Be back here tomorrow night. Give me hearts in the chat for Jen being here on the way out. And a big thank you to Spaceship Ears for coming in and all those people on the phone tonight. Tomorrow night, come back and join us again. Insomniacs Assemble with one more time. Kelly's butt going out the front door. We'll see you soon, everybody. I'm not wrong. Here it is. Enjoy.
It's basically like a D&T live stream chat.
What? What I missed?
Did you just see that?
What I missed?
Did you just see that?
What?
There was a naked person in the background. We have Ninja Watchers, and we have people that comment. It's the same idea.
What? What I missed?
Did you just see that?